All right, welcome to our podcast today.
Good to have you.
I want to introduce her myself.
Oh wow.
So this is Barrister Susan Agolia. She is beautiful inside out. She's bold and daring.
Hmm.
She's interesting.
I like.
She's lovely.
I like.
What else? And she
Hmm.
would always say something like, "By all means."
Oh wow.
All right, so you're welcome here.
Yeah, it's good
So
to
we're
be
just gonna
here.
have a conversation. I want to dig into how life has been for you
Hmm.
in the past couple of years, your childhood, and the woman you're becoming.
Okay.
First of all, are you proud of the woman you're becoming?
Yes. I say yes with all sense of certainty
Okay.
because even though I am not where I want to be,
Mm,
I know that I am well on the way.
mm,
I'm well on track. Things are working, falling in place, and I know it's just a matter of time.
cool. So tell me about your dad and how, growing up with your dad shaped, the person you've become currently. Tell me about your family.
Okay, so let's start with saying my dad was the awesome
Mm,
late.
mm. It's like you really loved your dad.
Yes, he's my hero, my role model, my everything.
She's
In
sweet
many
too.
ways, he was a super dad to say the
Mm,
least. I don't, in as much as I do not know very many people, I don't want to say I don't know anyone,
mm,
but I don't think I know very many people that didn't love my dad. And
mm,
that is not coming from a place of, so those people that like to say things that aren't true.
mm,
I know for a fact that my dad was loved, and even more so in his later years.
mm,
My dad was, of course, late chief actually, Mibaka Golia, and he was a very, very warm, kind, loving, and intentional father.
mm.
He was the kind of person that would check up on you always. He was caring in many ways. Let me say something that is not very that is not very orthodox. People would even be shocked to hear. My father, I've always been very prone to boils as a child,
Okay.
and many people know that my father is intentional about my English, he's intentional about school and all of that. But what many people didn't know is my father used to be the one to bust boils for me.
Mm,
He was that intentional, he was that caring. Because
okay.
my mother won't even, maybe, I don't know if because she's scared or she didn't know how to handle me with pain
Yeah.
and all of that. So it would be my father's responsibility to hold me down, convince me,
Don't worry, it's gonna be
yes, it's
fine.
going to be fine, and he's going to bust the bells, and I will scream and cry the whole house down, but he will do it nevertheless with all of the love that any person could gather. And for
Mm,
me, those are wonderful memories. Apart from the stories
mm,
and the games that we used to play, just knowing that many people wouldn't even do that for their children. I don't know of anybody that would tell my father used to be the one to, but I don't think I've ever met anybody like that.
mm,
But to know that I could have that kind of closeness and bond with my dad
mm,
was awesome. Growing up, I don't know where that came from, but I became more and more impatient. And my father, as I said, in his later years, he became calmer by the day, a more controlled, composed version of himself. When he died, you know how people write nice things about on
mm.
posters for the dead.
Yeah.
For him, we wrote a dove because he was that calm person.
Mm,
People would come to our house. At the point, he was the chairman of the elders committee in the estate, and
mm.
people would come with quarrels. People have punched themselves, they fought, and they will bring them down to our house. And when he comes out and he talks, everybody just takes
Everybody
what he
just
says.
listens like ice water.
Yeah, everybody just takes what he says.
Incredible.
And you find them apologizing to each other, trying to make peace just because he said something. And in those times when I used to get very angry and I'll be fuming in the house, and he would just calmly look at me and say, "Iso, you don't vex."
Mm.
And when he says that, instantly, I'll just be broken and smile. So everybody knows that about my dad and I, and they know that whenever I'm angry, and even after he passed,
Mm.
when I get angry, when I have reasons to want to frown and, change my face in the house, one of my siblings will
Mm.
just tease and say,
Iso?
Iso.
You don't
You
vex.
don't vex.
What does the Iso mean?
Iso is actually the short form of my native name, Isoboye.
Oh,
So they
Iso
call me
boy.
Iso at
Iso.
home. So he would always say, Iso, you don't vex. You
You,
know?
you you had quite an incredible childhood with your dad.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting. So I'm going to be asking, do you think there should be a timeline for persons who want to go into a relationship like dating? As per 2 years is okay, 3 years is okay, just marry, or 6 months, 1 year is okay, just get married. What do you think?
In as much as I want to say on a lighter note, just meet and marry and date in the marriage.
Mm.
As I said, on a lighter note, you dare not do that.
Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't. I
How long?
won't.
How long can you date someone?
I want to believe that between 1 year and 2 years is actually okay. Okay, so let's say between 6 months and 2 years is actually okay. I feel that if you are intentional, if you are interested, and if you do not want to let your heart lead your head, you are going to see through the person.
So one to
In,
two
in
years.
6 months, even, you would see through. I'm not talking about long distance relationships, which I'm not a very big fan of. But I would always tease people and say, mouth odor need a show for phone, need a show for picture. You know, so I can have a phone conversation with you for maybe say 1 year, and I won't even know that you have
like this.
I won't even know that you have body odor, because I mean,
You're far.
you see, these are the
How long
issues.
have you had to date someone before?
Oh
What was the
wow.
longest time?
Oh wow, you had to do this. My longest relationship was off and on almost 8 years.
8 years? Did you say 8? No.
Please make sure my children don't get to see this.
No. I mean, it's cool.
It's not cool.
No, it's okay.
What is cool about that?
Okay. But what did you learn? 8 years.
Yeah, no one press play.
No, it's okay. We're live. 8 years. And for me, I want to be able to take out a couple of things. What I like, if you were to go back into time, I spent 8 years with my partner. What are 4 things you can say you learned so well from that relationship? And maybe if you want to talk to somebody else that is about to maybe go into one, you would say, please look out for this and this and ensure this works out for you.
Lessons learned. Okay, let me start with the first one. Will be that people will do better if they actually want to. So one of the things that...
Do you think they'll do better if they want to? Or
Yes.
if they know better?
What by that I mean, I would have given the scenario with which I said what I said.
Okay, please
so
go on.
When we started, he wasn't so much of a calling person. I remember that when we initially started, there was a time he went to work and I called, and he went as far as, hello, I just left you a few minutes ago. Why are you calling me? You know, he was actually that blunt. And I'm like, I just wanted to check up on you. And he's like, girl, please don't check up on me. It's too early. What is this? You know, that kind of expression. And over time, he got to understand that I was just that kind of person. And I expected that
same
level
energy.
of reciprocity. And honestly, he brought it. He did. Within a short space of time, he adjusted from that person who didn't want to be disturbed, to that person who would be interested in calling you, checking up on you. You're taking a trip, he's calling, he's asking, have you left the park, and all of those little details. So for me, someone that cares, that wants to, will do better about some of the things, most of the things that you complain about that you do not like. If the person isn't doing better, it's because the person doesn't want to.
I think I'll summarize point 1 in intentionality.
I agree with you.
Point 2.
Point 2 is some things won't change. Recently, I was having a conversation with friends, or an older friend, and the person was trying to say, Susan, you cannot get 100 in anybody. However, you should understand that if you can make a list of the things that are your non-negotiables or that are most important to you, you would be able to identify if a person has like 60, 70%, and then you know this person is good to go, knowing that even you have some traits that somebody will have to live with, and some of them would adjust along the way. So as I said, some things will not change. And by that I mean, perfect example, in this same relationship, I would always go to his house and see his clothes in complete disarray. I would arrange the wardrobe today,
tomorrow,
and come back and the wardrobe is scattered.
The same thing.
The same thing. For practically, I could say, for all the time we dated,
Yeah.
that didn't change. So there are just some things that you have to live with. Yes. So just decide for yourself if that thing you have to live with for the rest of your life that isn't going to change falls under the non-negotiable category. And if it does, by all means, just leave.
Interesting.
Because that wouldn't change.
3. Let's go to 3.
3, family is important. There are people that will tell you that they want to be in relationships with someone that they don't want the person's family to be part of. I think that it is madness. Whether you agree with me or not, family is important.
True.
And I cannot count how many times family stepped in to make the relationship last as long as it did.
Whose family, basically?
His family. They loved me.
Oh.
That was one good thing. And every time I was angry, I was
You
pissed.
were able to speak with them?
Yes, and they would always call, and if he complains, when they say, where is she? As I said, we're off and on for a bit.
So did the family like him too?
They did.
Or they didn't know him so much?
Yes, they didn't, because all of the time of the relationship was when I was in Calabar, I was in school, and he never came to Port Harcourt. So the only family, I think 2 of my siblings that actually came to Calabar saw him. They saw him. And that was it. But basically, because his own family was based in Calabar, I got to see everybody. And because he wasn't keeping the relationship away from anybody, we actually thought we were going to get married. So
why didn't it work?
That would have been the 4th one, which is money is important.
Very important, please.
It's important.
It's very, very important.
It's important.
All right, explain.
Because most times we tend to allow love lead, and we forget that love is not going to pay the, in quotes, like love is not going to become the notes or the bills that we are going to transfer into the landlord's account. We are not going to pay for children's tuition with love. And if a person, which of either of the partners, if for me it's either of the partners, maybe for a man it may be more of, or for a lady maybe more of, if the man is not working or is not bringing, or you should reconsider that relationship. Because one person really shouldn't have to carry all of the load, especially if the one person isn't financially capable. So part of the reasons why we didn't actually finally get married at the time was because he had so many financial issues, and we were trying to sort them out. They weren't being sorted out, and all of the brouhaha that went with it. And even though he had gone ahead to say, I want to marry you, would you marry me, and all of that, we both, I think, came to the realization that look, even if we succeed in doing the marriage ceremony with the help of family and friends who were obviously going to be ready to support, after the wedding,
what happens?
What next?
Who called the shots? You or him?
Unfortunately, I did. Unfortunately, I did.
You let him go.
Unfortunately, I did.
Do you feel regrets for spending 8 years with this man you loved and now he's no longer in your life?
Yes, I regret. Now, I regret because I didn't need to spend 8 years. I didn't need to spend 8 years. I feel that the things that made me leave are things that I had noticed.
Why did you stay?
I stayed based on hope that it will get better. You know how they say potential and kinetic. So I was staying for potential and hoping that this person could be this and could be that, without realizing that you should be judging a person by what the person is right now, what the person is showing, and the movement, the progress that the person is having now. In as much as I believe in potential, and honestly, I've never, as a person, maybe because they encouraged hard work. Again, as I said, my family shaped my mentality in a lot of ways. And there are some things that I may never be able to say on camera, but my family really did a number on me. And in as much as I've never thought as a person that I want to find one ready-made man and sit down as a housewife and not contribute anything, I know that you should be with someone that is intentional about growth, that isn't just building. Those have always been my words, castles in the air. You just make sure that the person isn't building castles in the air. Let it be that the person is ensuring that even if it is one block at a time,
The person is
making intentional effort towards the castles. You cannot sit down and someone that is unable to fit 3 square meters is telling you, I will buy you a Jeep. My brother, or my sister, unless the man is actually working and is actively trying to build the structures that are going to be able to provide the finances to buy you a Jeep, just know that you are planning to either live a lie or steal.
So let me come in here. You're the HRO of Exaco.
Oh wow, I'm the acting
HRO of Exaco, and you're privy to a lot of details. Maybe the salaries of most of the staff.
Oh.
Maybe the guys too. So if you have maybe a staff whom you're privy to his salary, and maybe somehow one way or the other is working, and you're seeing that this person is working, he has salary. Do you think you'll be open to let's date and see, let's get married kind of thing with a staff?
First and foremost, as a matter of personal policy, would not date a staff of my office under any circumstance, even if we were earning 2 million each, because I think that it has a way of complicating things and blurring lines. So I wouldn't do that. And then secondly, here at Exaco, I can say with all certainty that many of our men do not just live day to day on their salaries. Almost every staff of Exaco is a business owner or is doing something on the side to have like additional income. So if any of them were to come to me as HR and say, hey, see my card, I'm getting married, I would be excited for the person, because in my head, oh, this person can handle it. This person, to the best of my knowledge, most of them seem responsible. And so I would be excited, really excited to encourage that person to get married. I may ask certain questions like, do you know the person? How long have you been? I may not even ask how long have you been together, because I'm realizing daily that is not the length of time. Because I know I have a foster brother that got married to his wife within 6 months. And then I know of relationships that failed like mine, after 8 years. So, and then there are marriages that they dated for a long time. I think I heard about, even if I'm not, let me not call a name. So let me say I heard about a popular musician who dated someone for close to 20 years. And then they only got married for 2 days.
20 years, yeah? Interesting.
And then they only got married for 2 days. So a day after the marriage, they realized they shouldn't have married. It's crazy. So it's obvious that with relationships, it's not with success in marriage, let me put it that way, it's not the length of time, but it's about how well, basically, and how much you guys understand each other and are determined to make it work. Healthy relationships too, because there are people that are determined to make unhealthy relationships work as well. So it's not just the length of time. It's the same thing I'm saying. So people say people have been married for 15 years. I don't just judge people being married for
what's happening in the marriage. Are they having a great time, or they're like, let's do this. We can't go anywhere.
I cannot live because of my children. I don't want the church to call me a divorcee. All those brouhaha that goes with it.
So I think finally, I'm going to be asking, you're a professional woman, a career woman, you're doing great as a barrister. And let's say you get married tomorrow or next, or maybe even today.
Oh, nice.
Let's say somebody pops the question out. What if we pop the question on the podcast, yeah?
Oh,
you
nice.
Don't even know somebody's... I've made an arrangement.
Before you finish, someone said I'm not married. A colleague. Yes. I need to fight with one of my colleagues.
Yeah.
Someone said I'm not married because I'm busy correcting men.
Well, it's for the best.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't mean. I mean, you're correcting people is for the best.
Painful.
Can you marry somebody that earns lower than you?
Wow.
But is
Okay.
working towards, of course, his dreams. And let's say you're earning, for example, you're earning 1.5 million. Yeah, and the person is earning, let's say 1 million or 700. Can you marry somebody any lower than you? I think that's the basis.
This your example is very nice. I
Mm.
like the example you gave. The
Yeah.
reason I like the example you gave is it makes it easy for me. So it's not just a function of where I am at the moment. It's a function of let's work with the figures you gave.
Mm.
If I'm earning up,
To 1.5, yeah.
if I am earning up to 1.5 million monthly,
Mm.
and I have
A
a
partner.
partner that is earning 1 million, for me, it's not just about what we earn. It
It's about what
is
we have.
about what we have together. That's number one, and most importantly, what our bills are.
Okay.
Even though I believe that everybody can actually cut their clothes or their clothes or their material, whatever, according to their size or their shape. How did they say that? Cut your cloth
According
according
to your
to
material.
You see, these are the issues. But basically, I feel that the disparity in earning would not be a problem for me. But say it would not if one, what I'm interested in is how responsible is the person, especially financial responsibility. It means a
Okay.
lot to me now, knowing, maybe judging from where I'm coming from. How responsible is the person? What's the person's propensity for growth? How much is the person pushing himself towards doing better? And what is the person's sector, like the sector within which the person currently finds the person self? Because those are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. And then most importantly, how responsible is the person as a person? So is it the kind, look, I've grown to understand that you can be with somebody that actually earns 200,000, but the person is very responsible and very intentional.
Thank you.
And then you can be with someone that earns 1 million and you will still cry to get 50 kobo out of that person. So, like they would say, he who is faithful in little, faithful in much. So, if you have 100 naira and you can spare 20, it means that possibly if you have 500, you will still be able to spare 50. And if somebody is earning 200,000 and is willing to come back home as a responsible man and take out his transport fare, take out his savings and say, babes, if you're the kind of person that lives with him, or I don't know how they do these things, and you know that this is the kind of man that can do this as a married person, to say, what do we need in the house? This is what I am bringing. This is what I have. This is what I have. But I need to go to work every day. So this is what is left. What can we save? What can we buy? What do we need in the house? And how can we arrange towards, meeting all our needs? That is the kind of person you should marry.
Do you judge looks when it comes to a man?
I will be lying if I say I do not. I swear.
What's the definition of a fine boy?
I would say tall, dark, and handsome.
Really?
Honestly, I shouldn't lie.
Tall, dark, and handsome, yeah?
I'm tall, and
I
it has
like
been a
it.
challenge because I want a man that's taller than me. It's a problem.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you lose this battle. So,
Are you taller than me?
yes, I am, sir.
Okay. I won't. If I stand, we'll go above the camera. So
Let's
leave
not
it.
do this. Let's stay with me. Stay with me.
All right.
So, even though I used to say tall, dark, and handsome as my prerequisite for finding a man, and I got tall, light-skinned, and handsome. Stick with me. I, over the years, have gotten to understand that those things are,
They are vanity. They are carnal things.
they aren't carnal per se, but
No,
they
really, I'm
shouldn't
just.
they shouldn't be
Yeah, they
priority.
shouldn't be the metrics.
No, they shouldn't. You could have a tall, dark, and handsome devil. You could have a tall, dark, and handsome,
So what
irresponsible
would you settle
man.
for?
What will I settle for? When you use the word settle.
Yeah, let's say, the person is not tall, dark, and handsome, but this one comes, I can't go with this.
Okay, I think for me, the most important thing is, as I would always say, your sense of responsibility.
And the person is short. But he's responsible.
There has to be a certain level to the height difference. Honestly, I shouldn't lie now. I shouldn't lie. Let me not see.
Waist level, your waist level.
Never.
your shoulder level. Huh? Your shoulder level.
Okay, I could deal with that. I could deal with shoulder level, but waist level, hell no. I can't deal with it. I can't. I've had people come around that in some ways
not as tall as you are.
In some ways, well, people will say they are responsible. People will say they are okay. No, not. I don't want to say people will say they are responsible. People will say they are ideal suitors. Those kind of suitors that mothers will say, I want this kind of man. He has money. He has this. He has car. He has house. He has. For me, I feel that I should be attracted to you, and irrespective of how it's going to be difficult, irrespective of how wonderful you treat me, how good you are, for me to be comfortable in my body with a man that is wasteless. Honestly, I've tried to imagine it, scope myself.
Do you believe in true love?
Yes, I do.
What do you think is true love?
You didn't need to do this. Do I believe in true love? Yes. Do I think I can sit down here and define true love? No. I cannot, because first and foremost, I would say it's all in the feeling. And of course, feeling is not limited to those I'm learning. That is not those butterflies in your stomach. I used to think it was about those. It's really not about those. It's about, someone said, when the person calms you. It is how you feel. It's not just about how you feel. It is how the person makes you feel. So does the person calm you? Do you feel still in the person's presence? Do you feel relaxed in the presence? You don't need to patch it, sugar it, coat it. You are just, the person calms your nervous system. What the person does to your nervous system is what I think is important.
Okay. We're gonna have another session. We have a lot to talk about. But it's so good to have you.
It's been awesome. Thank you.
I wish in the next episode I hope to make you cry one way or the other. Not bad cry, but you just be like, oh my god.
Well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're gonna have you again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I am looking forward to it. I had a great time.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you.